Hello and welcome to Business Healthcare Elective. This is a recording since there is no class this week on Monday. So I just wanted to go over a couple of things with you guys with your assignments for this week and make sure you're all on the right track and ready to go for this week. So here are our class norms. We're not in class, but I wanted to put them in there anyways. Our learning goals for this week, you should know what marketing is and how it's used in businesses. So different businesses use marketing as help to get their business off the ground and whatnot. So you're going to learn what it is and how it actually is used. You should understand how money makes the exchange process a little bit easier. And then you'll be able to rank items based on their utility values. So this is the marketing aspect. We're going to investigate branding strategies to determine if the promises that brands make are actually working out. Here are the 10 goals, or the 10 what will you learn statements that you can find in the beginning of your unit. So you're going to know what the exchange process is, tell me what marketing is, discuss the importance of determining the target market, like what's the target market for a certain product, compare and contrast real versus perceived value, and we're going to do that by looking at different types of utility. We're going to look at market research, which is research done in order to determine the marketing brand or marketing value of a item. Identify types of market research and discuss the effects of the internet on marketing. And lastly, you're going to compare that internet marketing versus traditional marketing and tell me what the components of internet marketing are. Okay, so this is all the vocab for this unit. So this might be a good slide for you to screenshot or have handy so that you are able to do that. Are you able to review it if you need it? This is all the vocab for the unit. This is a great slide for you guys to be able to use on your quiz. Hint, 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 hint. Okay, so let's continue onward. So these are some basic terms, and let's just do a little quick review. So these are the 3 vocabulary terms. These are the 3 definitions. So if we're saying how useful the customer views an item to be, sorry, let me just put some color on here so we can match them. A promise that the company makes to the customer or to the consumer about the experience, that's going to be our branding. That's what we're talking about for branding. How useful the customer views, that's our utility. That's A. And then the set of tactics that a company uses in order to have their website appear in a prominent place, that's going to be the search engine optimization. So those are some vocabulary terms. Also a good thing for you to have for your quiz. Okay? All right. So this is a question that we wanted to start the unit off with. So how does money make the exchange process easier? And what would shopping be like if money didn't exist? So there's 2 ways to kind of look at this strategy or this question. Like you can say that money makes the exchange process easier because everyone values money, and you can find something easier for people to sell things to. But at the same time, it's making purchasing more convenient for the consumers because all merchants are going to accept money in exchange for their commodities, right? So monetary exchange in this process, or money in this exchange process, is definitely making it easier, okay? Because if you didn't have money, like shopping could be a nightmare, right? Because you wouldn't be able to be like, oh, I don't have that to give to you for what you want me to give or whatever for what you're trying to buy. So for the buying and selling aspect. However, some of you might say, well, bartering might be kind of cool because you wouldn't need money. You wouldn't have to have the third party like banks or insurance or accounts, okay? So shopping would be different, but maybe not difficult because like the internet, you could facilitate the exchanges between buyers and sellers, but maybe not as easy with the internet because you need to have that same monetary exchange. Okay, so let's continue onward. Where's my mouse? I don't want them. Okay, we're just going to keep going here. So your assignment for this week is the lab activity. So I attached the actual Word document to the Dropbox for you guys, so it should be pretty easy to go into the Dropbox, open up the document, and then it's all right there, so you don't really need to read the directions, but you can. But it's pretty basic for you guys to fill out. So they give you an example for each component. So for the first one, it says right here, you have an example. So the product right there is in the left column. Okay, let me put my mouse over it. So product is over here in the left column. And then you're going to rank versus the type of utility. So there's different types of utility, and they provided you with an example. So it shouldn't be too difficult to kind of make your reasoning statements there. Okay, so you're going to rank it 1 to 5. 1's the lowest, 5's the highest. and then explain why. So again, first item is done for you as an example. You need to complete all of the rest. So I just took a little snippet or screenshot of this. You need to complete all of it. It's not just you're not just completing this one. You need to do all of them. So they give you the example of the cold bottle of water. So why is the utility form ranked as a 3? Well, because the water bottle itself is easy to carry, so it is valuable. It's not like the most convenient, and it's not the least convenient, right? Okay, for time utility, on a hot day, that's going to make your time much better, right? Because you're going to have that cold water to satisfy your thirst, to cool you down, etc. So I would rank that definitely high, just like they did here in the example. Place utility, also pretty high, because being able to purchase that water bottle is going to increase the value, because most amusement parks aren't going to allow you to bring in water bottles, right? Because they want you to buy everything in-house. And then for possession utility, it doesn't really matter if you own it or not. Like that's not going to give you like any status quo or whatever you want to call it. Okay. But the image utility, and the image is the same thing. It's not really like status, so you don't really need that. Okay. Everybody drinks water bottles. Okay. So you're going to do the same process, rank them for the remaining items. So this is part 1. Okay. So you're looking at utility for part 1. Part 2 is looking at different different types of products. So example, Ivory soap right here. You're going to look at a couple more down here. Coca-Cola would be the second one. You want to look at what their brand or promise is. So you're going to find out the brand or promise. That'll go in the second column. And then you're going to tell me like why. What's the reasoning behind it? So for example, Ivory soap. The soap doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. After all, it's just soap. Buy our soap because we got the formula right the first time and we're not changing it. So you can rely on it to get you clean. So that's their promise, or that's the brand promise. So the reasoning, what would they use that for? What's real simple graphics when you're looking at the brand. It's keeping it pure, simple, and clean, which is part of their promise. It provides freedom from nonsense and complexity by giving you everything you need and nothing you don't. They advertise that they've been making soap for 125 years. So that's going back to their brand too. Okay, so you're going to do the same thing with the remaining products on this for the second lab activity. Okay, and then the third one is you're going to go back to those examples we gave you at the beginning, and then you want to describe the target market. So what's the target market for those items that we went through for the utility at the beginning? Okay, so for example, we've got the cold bottle of water at an amusement park. Who's that going to benefit? Obviously, the people that are at the amusement park, which would be your vacationers. Okay. And you want to make sure that they're not going to be spending all their extra money on these basic items, but they also want to be comfortable, right? That's part of the goal when you're on vacation, is to make it comfortable and have fun. So having water is going to be probably a big thing for them, so they're not going to mind spending it on things like that. Okay, so you can do the same process for the remaining items down on the list. After you finish, that's it. Get it done, turn it into the Dropbox. And then the rest of this week, just make sure you are working on getting that quiz completed. As a gentle reminder, you do get 2 attempts on your quiz. And you can go in and view the questions that you missed on those quizzes as well. So again, you get 2 attempts. If you don't do well the first time, go look at the quiz questions you missed and then go and try it again. Sometimes you don't have the same questions on the second attempt, but they're all in the same realm of questions. Like it's all on this unit. So there's nothing going to be like out of left field coming in at you. Okay, so don't forget you have those 2 attempts, and then make sure that is submitted to the Dropbox or completed your quiz by Thursday, so that I can plug in zeros for those of you who don't have it. So again, if you don't have your quiz done by Thursday afternoon, I will plug in those zeros. Friday, start reading chapter 5, and then we will see you guys again in Class Connect after that. So Friday, chapter 5, and then come to class on Monday, so that way you've got some understanding of chapter 5, and we can work through that activity on Monday together in class. Okay, hopefully this wraps up your first day back next week on Tuesday. 10-minute quick class. We'll see you guys again. If you have questions, send me an email. Otherwise, have a great day. Have a great short week. Bye. Wait, do I have any more slides? Nope. Oh yeah, these were our goals. So hopefully by the end you should have these goals completed. And I just told you what was coming up. I was going to write it on the screen, but I already did that. Okay, bye.